let's make freezer breakfast sandwiches with maple sausage, white cheddar, and maple butter. Here's your bite. Here's my bite. The patties are a little bit thick, but this is seriously one of the best breakfast sandwiches I've ever had. And here's how to make it. I am usually pretty picky with my breakfast and specifically my eggs, so if you can relate, I promise these are delicious. So first, we're gonna start with the breakfast sausage. Grab a bowl, add your ground pork and all of those seasonings, then mix everything together and cook off a little test patty before shaping the rest. This is your only chance to taste it and see if it needs anything else. Mine needed a little bit more salt, sage, crushed red pepper, and I just had to throw in some maple syrup. Don't skip that step, it makes a huge difference. Now, once you're happy with the seasoning, shape the sausage into patties. Go a little bit thinner than I did and cook until they're deeply browned and cooked through. Set those aside and get started on the eggs. I started cracking the eggs right into the baking sheet, but that was way more difficult than I wanted, so I just transferred it to a bowl and it was way easier. Season those with some milk, salt, pepper, and plenty of chives, then pour that back onto the baking sheet. Throw that in the oven and cook until they're just set, and then use a glass and cut out perfect circles that fit the English muffin. Then combine your softened butter with maple syrup and some flaky salt, and there you have some maple butter. Spread both sides of your toasted English muffins with that butter, then layer on the egg, sharp white cheddar, and your sausage patty. Then wrap each sandwich in parchment paper. If you want to get a little fancy, you can fold it like a cafe sandwich, but honestly, wrapping it was kind of the hardest thing about this entire process, so just do whatever's easiest and call it a day. Pop them into a freezer bag, and then you've got homemade breakfast sandwiches ready whenever you need one. Just reheat, crisp them up in a skillet or the air fryer if you want, and breakfast is done.